Welcome back. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:52. It is time now for your morning sprint.
Drew Reeves is in for Mark today with plenty of heat in the forecast.
But first to Caroline Flynn, who's on the scene of breaking news overnight. A deputy shot and killed a man who rammed into a patrol car on the lower South Hill. Caroline.
That's correct. That man is now deceased. A woman who was also in the vehicle is at the hospital right now being treated for injuries unrelated to this officer-involved shooting. It happened at the end of this dead end right behind me, Hills Court on the lower South Hill, after a pursuit. The sheriff's office said they received a call about the car earlier this morning, though, after the passenger, that woman, went into a gas station asking for help. We're hoping to learn more about the relationship between the driver and the passenger today, and of course more about what happened, how events had unfolded. Investigators are on the scene right now piecing that together. Hill Court's going to be closed this morning for the foreseeable future as investigators continue to process that scene. Residents are allowed to leave, though, as they head on their morning commute.
2 men were arrested by Border Patrol agents at Spokane's intermodal bus station this weekend. One of them was found with an expired B-2 visitor visa. The other was found to have illegally crossed into the U.S. from Mexico in 2011. Both were taken to the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma to wait for their immigration hearings.
A former manager and current employee of the VA Medical Center in Spokane has been charged with the repeated sexual assault of a child. Frank Paulson, who allegedly committed those crimes in Lake County, Montana from 2002 to 2004. The alleged victim was 6 years old at the time of the first assault. Court documents obtained by KXLY4 show Paulson is now facing 2 counts of felony sexual assault, punishable by up to life in prison in the state of Montana.
A new campaign from Kathy McMorris Rogers has caused more than 100 people to sign a letter urging her to stop airing and mailing an ad. They claim her opponent, Lisa Brown, voted to release felony sex offenders from supervision and voted against a bill preventing sex offenders from living near schools. According to Lisa Brown's campaign, the ads are misleading, and those who signed the letter said the ads promote a, quote, provocative, fearful image.
Another clear and sunny day across the inland Northwest, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Temperature is going to be around 92 degrees in the Spokane area. Again, those clear skies continuing. However, what we are monitoring is possibly some thunderstorms moving into northern Washington and Idaho. That will be for tonight and tomorrow. It's a low possibility, but we do want to keep track of that with any lightning that could start a fire. Then we have warm up on the way. Your 7-day forecast in just a minute.
The Trump administration has announced it will provide $12 billion in emergency relief to ease the pain of American farmers caused by new tariffs. The emergency aid package will include direct payments to producers of soybeans, corn, dairy, and pork. Also a program to purchase surplus from some agricultural producers.
The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department is taking this week to focus on water training exercises. Cooney County reports 9 drownings so far this year. Usually, crews train indoors for these types of rescues, but they say the weather is ideal right now for getting into the lake to perform the more realistic training missions.
Power outage in downtown Spokane created chaos during yesterday's commute and left 1,800 Avista customers in the dark. Avista says the outage was caused when a contractor came into contact with a power pole. It knocked out traffic signals, causing confusion and some minor accidents. No injuries reported.
A small fire broke out behind the Blackbird restaurant in Spokane last night. The fire was contained to a smoker outside, but people eating in the restaurant were evacuated, and traffic on Washington was backed up around 5:30. No injuries were reported, and Blackbird hopes to reopen today.
Looking ahead to the weekend now, an exciting event is coming to Post Falls. It's the biggest bounce house in the world, and it'll be at the Greyhound Event Center starting on Friday. Toddlers can jump for $11, juniors for $15, and you can get in on an adults-only session for $21. All children under 4 must jump with an adult. You can find a link to much more information on KXLY.com.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, a series of lawsuits against the largest e-cigarette maker after millions of teenagers became hooked on the Juul.
And newly released footage shows the high-speed chase that led to a standoff and shoot-off at an L.A. Trader Joe's, leaving a store employee dead.
Taking a live look over Spokane or on our DOT cams, traffic moving nicely Today going to be around 92 degrees for our high. That's going to be around the high for the next few days, but then a warm up on the way. 94 degrees on Sunday and Monday. We get close to 100. It's not looking like we're quite going to reach it right now, but you know, things can change in a few days. We could get up to 100 by Monday and then a cool down.
Nevertheless, it's going to be real hot.
Yes. Turn on the AC, enjoy the lake, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, do what you got to do. Thanks so much for watching Good Morning Northwest on your Wednesday.
Yeah, Good Morning America is coming up next. We'll be back with a local update for you in about 25 minutes.